All right. Who would like to recap last week?
Oh, I'll give it a shot. So basically, we were going after the Redbrand hideout because this little boy found like a secret entrance. So we went in there, had a really tough time trying to fight a one-eyed little creature. Then we got sidetracked. We went into our secret room. Two of us got knocked out, and now we're sitting outside the Redbrand hideout.
Sounds about right. So you guys are. I'm going to, as much as it really pains me because this is totally fridge material. I'm gonna pop us over to the Phandalin map right quick. So you guys are kind of in the woods over Chia, where you, or that's kind of where you came out over here on the eastern side of the map, at the base of Tresendar Manor. You escaped barely. Everyone was conscious, yes. I think you guys used up some healing potions. Cool. All right, so you all got outside, and I'm wondering now. Nothing was pursuing you, so that's a bonus. If you'd like, you can kind of hide in the woods there until dawn, and take a much-needed rest.
Maybe worth it.
Yeah, because I think town isn't the safest place for us right now.
Right. What's the current time, like before the rest?
Before the rest, it's you kind of came out of there late evening, so maybe like 7 p.m. ish. Early evening? Is that early evening?
Yeah, that's pretty early.
Yeah.
Evening.
Sun was going down. We're starting to.
Yeah, I'm up for a rest.
Yeah, I believe that's wise.
No arguments here.
All right, rest it is. So you guys are going to regain your hit points in any used spell slots. You can also regain half of the hit die that you have spent. So I think all of you, before we ended, had 2 total hit die, so you can regain up to half of what you've expended. So 1. That's easy.
So since this is a long rest, we don't need to use our hit dice for
That's correct. You automatically gain all your hit points back.
Cool.
Yep, so you are solid there.
Real quick, just because Z's RP posted it, is Layla getting that sword that they found? Does anybody have objections to that, or does somebody else want it? Because I don't care.
I think it suits your character.
Yeah, go for it.
Are we doing our level up stuff now, or were we supposed to do that between sessions?
Either. If you haven't done it yet and you have the experience, I think everyone at this point has the experience required to advance to level 3. Go right ahead and do that now. If you have any questions, let's go ahead and get it knocked out.
What kind of short sword is that, Whiskey?
That is a short sword +1.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And go ahead, Drew.
I was wondering where, because I am wanting to. I'll take the first watch everybody on the long rest, and while doing that, I would like to copy that spell from the scroll. So I was wondering, where can I look up that description so I can write it down? Because I don't think it's in Roll20.
Oh, okay. It should be. Let me double check real quick. It is. It's spelled Augury. You lost all your loot.
I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, buddy. So you guys got that. Oh, do you need to roll me for that?
For copying it down? No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah, only if it's a higher level than what you could normally cast, right? Yeah.
Do I? I think it just, if I copy it down, it just takes time. But since it's my school, I'm able to do it.
There's a mechanic because it's a scroll. When a scroll is used, you've got to. Normally, you would perform basically, if the spell is successfully cast, the scroll is destroyed. It's no longer usable. So we would do the same thing for copying a scroll. If it's a higher level than what you got. Actually, I'm thinking that if you're copying it out of the book, it makes sense that the scroll itself. Yeah, I like that. You're basically taking whatever magic properties are in that scroll and moving them to your book, so the scroll then becomes inert. You have the spell in your book. You could put it on a new scroll if you wanted to, but the scroll itself would then be useless. But you've got the spell.
I also have another question. I don't know if you need. It's mainly Whiskey to see if you need it for your bookkeeping. I'm going now that I'm level 3. I'm Eldritch Knight. I'm doing weapon bond on both of my short swords now. So I don't know if you need to know that, but I have it now.
Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so we have a new Eldritch Knight. Is that right?
Yep.
Wow, I tried to roll to get more hit points and I got the average.
Yay! Plus con.
Is plus con for each level?
Yep.
Oh. I should have like 4 more hit points then.
Oh, if you didn't do it for last level, go ahead and add them in.
Hooray.
Yay. Some DMs will just do max roll plus con. No, don't do that. That's terrible.
Oh,
That's
max
so
roll's a little
easy.
much.
Yeah. Like, that really stacks you up after a few levels, you know?
Yeah.
Gotta be able to knock you down. It's no fun. Knock you down just a little bit.
Layla had gotten hit by that dude in there with necrotic flesh. Is that something that needs to be cured? Or is it just kind of like, ow, that kind of hurts? It's going to hurt for a little bit.
Yep. Just kind of, it doesn't need to be cured. It's not like a persistent, persistent condition or something like that you have. Well, there is something that's called lingering injuries, which would kind of be fun. Certain things like scars and stuff like that. I like, if someone like falls and breaks their leg, just because a cleric comes up and casts heal on you doesn't necessarily knit bone together immediately. Might speed it up, but I like to kind of spread that stuff out a little bit.
Right, exactly. Okay. I can work with that.
So you might have like some scarring or bruising or something like that that will go away in time, but yeah, you're a little flaky maybe right now. You're not
Sweet.
dying. A little flaky. Yes, you did.
Yeah, I thought we did.
You talking about from Elmar? Yeah, he gave you 50 gold.
Yeah, but did we put that in a party loot, or did we already give that out to everybody?
We had that. Was that logged in the treasure thingy?
I think
Treasure
it
handout?
was.
Okay. Get that over
I'm
here.
not sure. I copy and pasted it into chat up there.
Because I'm about 4 goals short of what I want to do.
Oh no, you might need to take out a loan.
If only you had friends.
If only.
There we go. You guys should see treasure now. just moved it under handouts. Cool.
Yeah, do you guys care if I take 4 gold from the party treasure?
You better believe I do. No, I don't care. Yeah, it's cool with me.
I don't know how Callista would feel about that.
What if I tell you I can look into the future to see if something goes right or wrong?
All right. I won't make a fuss about you taking that 4 gold, but I want to be able to use that sometime. Not right now, but I'm going to come to you someday.
What exactly?
Yeah, are we splitting up gold right now?
I think he's dipping into the party kind of loot treasure trove so that he can get this spell copied.
Okay.
And I think Anthony is probably going to need to visit a city or something like that to replace his magic inks so that he can scribe more spell scrolls.
Huh, okay.
That stuff ain't cheap.
Doesn't sound
No,
like
it's
it.
not.
It costs him 25 gold to copy a spell, and that's because he's taken a wizard focus that reduces the cost by half. So it takes 2 hours and 25 gold instead of 4 hours and 50. But he gets a spell in his spell book, so that's pretty worthwhile.
Yes, more spells are always awesome.
Is it though?
Indeed. All right, how's everyone feeling on their level up?
2 thumbs up.
Pretty solid.
How about this? Does anyone need more time? Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and get cracking. So we had Drew was taking first watch. Who was taking last watch? Who's going to be kind of watching over everyone as you guys are finishing up your rest and dawn is coming?
Layla can. She doesn't need to do anything with spells.
Okay.
Actually, wait, I did have one question about leveling up.
Yep.
So I guess I'm called expertise. This is like I get to choose 2 proficiencies and then get another bonus.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite sure what that means.
Okay. So you've got proficiencies on your. Let me pop up your character sheet real quick. You've got proficiencies in skills, right?
Right.
Right now, you've got proficiency in acrobatics and intimidation, medicine, perception, performance. You get to double the proficiency that you have in 2 of those. So right now, perception, for example, that's your wisdom modifier plus 2. That's where you're getting that 3 from. Your 1 wisdom modifier, 2 proficiency. You get to add an additional 2 to that, so that could potentially be a plus 5 instead.
Okay, so can I do that math in the character sheet, or do I
Yes,
have
you
to
can.
just...
Yep. If you go to hit the little sprocket thing up near the top right, in the center it says skill options. You can select where it says normal. You can drop that down and select expertise from whichever skills you'd like to improve.
Ah, okay, sweet.
And it should bump that number up. So right now you're going to get plus 4 from proficiency instead of plus 2. Once your proficiency modifier goes to a 3, you'll be getting double proficiency again, so you'll be getting plus 6. So that starts to stack pretty high.
Awesome.
I feel your pain, Rocket. I need more screens as well.
You're awful. You have 4 already.
Oh my god.
And I haven't enough room.
I just have the 2.
Same. I just have 2. It's not enough.
But that's what they say. Like, you get 2, and then you're like, crap, I really need 3, and then you get 3, and then you're like, crap, I really need 4, and then so on and so forth.
It's like people like, open that up in another tab. It's like, what are tabs? Why do you need tabs? You got whole other screens.
I got
Tabs.
one screen. Jeez.
Well, I mean, in a pinch. All right, so dawn is breaking. Going to kill our what? Very abruptly. And Layla,
Yes.
you hear some footy prints,
Shit.
or footsteps rather.
In what direction?
You hear them coming from up near the top of Tresendar Manor.
Layla's going to turn to the others and try to be as quiet as possible in alerting them to what she hears. She points at her ear, makes, like, with her index finger and middle finger, like little walkie feet, and points towards the direction. And everybody's still asleep, so nobody saw that.
Yep. You waking everyone up?
Yeah,
You can kick under the bush I'm hiding under if you want.
she just rears back and kicks under the... No. She nudges Callista. Is Callista probably the closest to her? Well, either way, she tries to go around and arouse everybody quietly. Wake up, wake up.
What is it?
What's going on?
Shh. I hear footsteps coming from the manor.
Wait, man,
Could it be
you don't interrupt my morning devotion. Step
Oh.
back.
Okay, well, leave Z over there. There are footsteps.
Is it the Redbrand?
I can't see. Can I look through the foliage?
Yeah. Do you want to try to kind of sneak up to the edge of the woods and see if you can see what's coming down this hill?
Please.
Would you like to roll me a stealth?
Yes. Big old 9.
All right. Well, you get to the edge of the woods, and you see a man in kind of a flowing purplish robe with a large staff in his hand, on horseback, flanked by 4 Redbrands and 3 large goblinoids on wolfback. Word riders.
In what direction are they going? Like, where did they come from? Can I discern that
absolutely.
from their path?
They're on the path, coming down from Tresendar Manor towards Phandalin.
Okay, so I sneak back to the group and I relay what I saw. What should we do? Should we sneakily follow them? See where they're going? Because it looks like they're going into Phandalin.
Did they look like they were planning to head to the Tribord Trail and get out, or did they look angry, like they wanted to cause some trouble? Because
From
we just
where,
kind of ruined their night.
from where I was, I couldn't tell if they were hostile. As far as where they will go once in Phandalin proper, I am not sure. So that's why I'm thinking maybe we should take a peek-see and see where they go.
I mean, I've seen my fair share of wargs, and they're pretty good at tracking things down, so we gotta be pretty careful.
In what direction is the wind blowing?
The wind is actually at, if you're looking at them, it's at your back. It's moving east to west.
Okay. We should move. The wolves, maybe, since you say that, something could possibly smell us.
Maybe we can get out ahead of them by, like, heading through the Alderley farm.
I think that's a good plan. Everyone else?
So are we gonna try and like confront them, or are we just trying to like, get past them?
Well, if the wind's at our back, then if we're behind them, the wargs could potentially smell us, assuming they're even looking for us. But if we get out ahead of them, they won't be able to smell us, and we might be able to see why they're going into town.
Layla's nodding her head.
Okay, that makes sense.
Z, I hate to rouse you from your little meditation session, but I believe we're going to move.
All right, let's go then.
Okay, so you're all moving together now towards the edge of the woods?
Yes, is there any way that I can help them be quieter? Like, is there a group check that I can assist in
There
or
is.
something?
We can do a group stealth, basically. If half the group passes a DC that I set, it's successful as a whole. So
Okay, do we want to...
if you guys want to try to move, and now are you moving slowly? Are you trying to move quickly?
Well, I guess that depends on Layla. Were they just walking along, or were they rushing into town?
It's definitely very, very slow paced. Just not in a hurry.
It was a very languid approach they were taking. They were following the road into the city. So I believe, if we move, we can possibly easily get in front of them quick enough to get position. From where we are right now, can I use True Strike cantrip on them to kind of get an idea of their defenses, just in case? Or would they know that? Here, I can link it.
Huh, yeah, link me that. You extend your hand and point a finger at a target in range. The magic grants you a brief insight in your target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, provided that this spell ranges 30 feet.
Yeah, I don't know how close I am, though. Like, from where I was to where they were.
I would say that you are definitely further than 30 feet.
Okay, that's fine.
See, you're 8.3.
It looks like 8 feet, so I think I'm going to use it. No,
well, I think that you might be able to just ask me as well. What are you trying to determine? I might just be able to tell you.
Were they like armored, as in like they were going to go in and cause some havoc in town? Did they look like they were battle ready?
You would probably estimate the Redbrands themselves look like the other Redbrands you've seen. They're probably armed lightly, maybe with a hand crossbow or short bow and a sword. The large goblinoids are very, very muscled and look like they're probably always ready for a fight.
Are they armored?
Armored. They're definitely wearing armor, but we're talking like leather and hide armor here, not big plate mail or anything like that.
Okay.
But their size makes up for a lot of that deficiency.
That whoever just drew that path, the only issue I would be afraid of is if they are like right there, they might be able to see us cross that little clearing. I don't know if we should.
This is what you are seeing.
If we should go like around that way. I'm not sure. Callista, what did you think?
Well, I I drew that little red line. I think it might depend on our group stealth check. Maybe if we think we're not stealthy enough, we'll have to go the long way. But if we stay on the far side of some of those buildings, we'll have that building and the building and trees on, up against the main road to shield us.
Okay, a bugbear is a lot different from a large goblinoid.
Say what?
No, there's like a bugbear on my screen. Did you set that up?
Yep, that is a large goblinoid, right?
Oh.
Bugbears are technically goblinoids. They are big. They are big and they are nasty.
Well, I guess we should just go. We'll see how we do sneaking, and we'll go and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm ready to go in case anything goes wrong. So
All right. Who is? You guys all want to try to move quietly?
yeah,
What's the end game here, guys? Like, what is the purpose of us actually going back in town?
Adventure.
This is our problem now. We started this.
Anthony, I don't need your lip.
But pretty much the reason they're going in now, well, I can assume it's to punish whoever started this war, which was us.
And if they're leaving, they may lead us to Gundren. Gundren? Wait.
No, exactly. Because it's the. I mean, we fought a bugbear in the cave, so they could all be related.
and plus, if the wargs get a hold of our smell, even for a little bit, they'll recognize it. And if they see us later down the road, they might be able to pinpoint, hey, those are the guys who's been messing up our town here.
Which is exactly why we have to get ahead of them, since the wind is at our back.
Mm-hmm.
So the sooner we get in front of them, the less they'll be able to smell of us.
Then let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Go ahead and roll me some stealth if you guys are trying to move stealthily. If not, if you just want to move with top speed, you can do that.
Whoops.
Barely. Average is 13. So good job.
Yeah, Rocket saved us there.
Nice. Yeah, Rocket and Anthony. Nice. Cool. So, you guys are able to stealthily move up to the edge of the woods, and as you do, let me get back to my correct layer. As you do, you see this group kind of at the base of the hill here. The goblinoids turn and begin to head south.
Oh shit!
And the humanoids, without any word, continue on down the road into Phandalin. If you run across here, you should be able to get ahead, or get up to the wall and into the field of the farm ahead of the goblinoids.
So they're going like through here then?
Yep.
And how many did you say?
3.
3.
Technically 4. You see, there's one that's larger than the other two, and it looks like tied to his saddle is a small, regular goblin being pulled. He's walking, but he's being pulled behind the leader.
That goblin that's being pulled, does he look familiar? Does he look like maybe one of the goblins in that cavern the very first day?
He does not. No, he doesn't strike any. Yeah, nothing specific. Looks like I would say that his equipment is very similar. As far as a goblin can be, markings and things like that, you might not recognize him specifically, but it's possible that he's from the same tribe.
Does anybody know any goblin cultures? Is this normal for them?
Layla shrugs.
I know that I don't really want to mess with them today.
Well, let me ask this. Do we want to follow those goblins and see where they're going, or do we want to see what's going to go on in town? Because those guys might lead us to Gundren. What do we want to do?
I feel like the bugbears are our best shot at finding Gundren.
Yeah, but we can deal with 2 problems if we deal with the guys in the town.
How so?
Well, we can make sure that the orcs or goblins have no reason to come again, and we can probably find out where they went if we're smart about it.
I'm sorry, no reason to come back to Phandalin?
I thought it was like Redbrands one direction and Bugbears the other.
That's what I'm saying. If we deal with the people in the town, we can maybe make a reason for the bugbears not to come back at all. And then we can also maybe get information on where they're going.
Look, either way, we need to make a decision now. If we don't go to town, they may hurt people. If we don't follow them, they could lead somewhere and we would miss it. So what do you guys want to do?
Well, I think that humans are a little easier to question than goblins.
As you look out into the field, you see that the goblins have reached about the halfway point of this wall.
Are we still in the woods, or are we like still
Yep,
like
you're
sneaking
still
across?
you're still in the woods. I think you guys rolled stealth, but no one has actually committed to move yet.
Can we see the other group that's going into town?
They're kind of disappearing into the first group of houses here.
How about this? How about let's get to at least Outerleaf Farm, and let's see where the goblins go, and then that way we might be able to have a line of sight to see where the Redbrands end up going. Because that's kind of a halfway point in between both of them. Yay, nay.
Yes, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
We need to move now.
All right. So you guys are going to move very quickly and very stealthily across. They have not gotten to you yet, and you're able to get into the field here at Alderleaf. You're not exactly sure where their path is going to take them, but they don't seem to have noticed you as you snuck your way across the open green there. Miraculously. There's some hills. You were able to hide in the hills a little bit. But you're... okay, you guys are kind of in the field at Alderleaf here. Which direction you headed? See if you can find these humanoids, or the group of...
I think we're heading
Redbrands.
up towards...
Yeah, I think the plan was to find the Redbrands.
Yeah. And whoever they are walking with in the purple robes, they could be somebody. I mean, we have not met a Redbrand yet who seems to be that. I mean, they look affluent, but
Yeah, I want to get my eyes on him. I'm
Yeah,
hearing
definitely.
what you're saying about him. I want to get a good look at him.
press on into
I gotta. Wait, hold on.
Me?
You want to go in town?
Yeah.
It's at everybody's decision. I would like to cast my very new spell, and I want to see the result of that.
All right. Let's see. By casting... generate 6 rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards. So explain to me, first, how you are casting this.
I just want to lock my finger together and look down to the ground and see if I can get any visions. And whenever I do, I want my eye to glow blue, like whenever they did that first night.
Are you like cast any bones or anything?
Well, would I need material since I have the arcane focus?
You don't necessarily need to. No. Yeah, you don't need yeah. Nothing. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, you do actually. It says specially marked sticks, bones, or similar tokens worth at least 25 gold. So, if a component for a spell, if a material component has an actual gold value to it, you cannot use a focus for it. Now, I am fine with you using something you have that's worth 25 gold to try to divine this, but I would like to know what that thing is.
I will say, in our treasure, we have stuff worth 25 gold.
We got some malachite gems.
Yeah, there you go.
Then I would like to. How much do they cost? Each. Like, would one do suffice?
Yeah, probably. I'm imagining so. You can just say 25 worth of gems, and we'll figure it out.
Does anybody want the art objects?
Just gonna put it in my
Because-
house. No.
They're 25. They're 25 gold each. I could just throw one of them down.
I mean, I'm kind of a fan of art.
And I mean, art objects. Now these are like
Don't worry.
specially marked sticks or bones or something that during your during the time that you spent creating this spell, this is something that you have purposefully created or built or modified to cast this spell. That's what I want to hear. I want to know what special divining item are you using here to cast this spell. And you can. This is totally up to you. I'm not challenging what's in your inventory. I want to know, what did Anthony do to make something special to cast augury?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. It would just be objects that would represent the college and.
But what are they?
I guess.
Just throws books into a fire.
Yeah, books.
Ooh, take one of those beautiful illuminated pages that's gilded and all that. That takes like months to create. Burn that up.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, there's malachite gems in your in y'all's gold. You could take take some of those gems and carve runes or something like that into them, and you throw those down. You know, they're kind of like dice, right? Depending on what symbols look up at you, that's the answer you're getting.
Yeah, I want to do that. I got 2 malachite gems
Okay, cool.
because that'd be 30 gold each.
All right, yeah, sounds solid to me. So you've got these 2 gems of malachite, and you have tirelessly, over the course of 2 hot hours, carved runes into that as prescribed by the spell scroll that you found. And you take those in your hand, shake them up, and kind of throw them on the ground, and they reveal to you. What do they reveal to you, Anthony? One, you have, there are 2 symbols here, and let me see if there's actually symbols for it. I was just looking up idioms. So you receive weal and woe. Basically, are your responses, both good and bad omens. How does that feel? How's that for vague? I love that spell because it sounds so awesome until you use it. Weal and woe for both good and bad results.
Layla looks down at the gem. I could have told you that.
Yeah, so I guess we're going into town with no helpful results.
Well, you know it's not all going to be bad. All right, so heading into town, you are able to, and let me, boop. You're able to kind of pick these guys up again as they're moving through the streets of Phandalin. You all kind of stealthily moving throughout the houses. Every once in a while, you're able to catch a glimpse of this 5-human procession as it moves towards the center of town. And it actually comes to a stop in front of the Stonehill Inn. The man in the robes is the first to dismount his horse. He kind of slowly brings one leg over, drops to the ground with a the rest of two of the Redbrands dismount much more fluidly and walk with him up to the front of the Stonehill Inn. It's a little raised up. There's 3 steps going up to kind of the porch area of the inn, so it puts him a little bit above the crowd that has begun to gather as these guys have come into town.
Is from where we are, is there anybody nearby that we could maybe gesture over?
Yeah, you guys are drawing a crowd very similar to the one that you gathered when... I'm sorry, they are drawing a crowd very similar to the one that you guys drew when you first came in and dragged bloody bodies through the streets.
Where's Carp when we need him?
What a very good question. Out of the front door steps a Redbrand holding Carp's hand.
Like from the inn?
Yep, stepping out from the inn. What do you guys do?
Can Callista try to scurry? How big is this building that's on the corner?
How big is it? Which...
Like, is it 2 stories, 1 story?
1 story.
Would I be able to try to climb up onto the roof so that I can get a better view of what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody gonna help her up?
Help me up.
Yeah, I'll help her.
I'm
Can I use, like, my acrobatics to get up there?
I was just gonna let you get up there without a roll if someone was boosting you.
All right, fine.
If you'd
Somebody
like
can
to
help
be
me.
independent, that's fine. But yes,
Yeah,
you can
I
absolutely...
do like to be independent.
Okay.
Yeah. She brushes herself. I don't need your help. That's all right.
She's an
Fine,
independent
fine.
woman.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
Oh!
it. Yeah,
Oh.
okay. So,
I want to use my lucky die. I'm lucky. I stumbled. It's all right. I wasn't even started yet.
okay, go ahead. You're burning a lucky for this right now?
Yep.
Really? All right,
Yep.
go
I
for
need
it.
to save face. Get out of here.
Another 1.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Called it!
Why?
Because
Why?
you're trying to be
Why?
sassy. That's why.
Hey, that's one of my ideals.
Sassy?
Independent.
There is right here at the Townmaster's Hall, there is this rear piece here is a bell tower. And as the bell begins to chime, calling everyone to the town center, Callista is a bit startled and slips, and as she does, she breaks off the drain that's on the edge of the house, and it swings out wide, and she actually tumbles into... Hang on. Nothing terrible happens. Tumbles into Sarbin. Sarbin, she kind of hits you, and you both collapse onto the ground.
Are you sure you don't need my help?
I'm fine. Just don't ever mention it again.
Hey, you're the one who fell into me.
Nice. All right. So, do you want to maybe get some help up there?
Is that still an option?
Yeah.
My pride is very bruised, but if Sarvin still wants to help me, I'll
Your pride
accept
and
his
your butt.
assistance.
Sarbin,
I owe you a drink, Sarvin.
Yeah, you do. Alright, let's go up there. Let's see if that kid's gonna be fine.
I'm sure he'll be fine. So, yep, Sarbin helps you up, and you're able to kind of traverse the east side of this roof without them seeing you. You could also get a very good look if you move up to the chimney and kind of peer around that. But you can see them very clearly. 2 Redbrands still standing on horseback, and 2 flanking this gentleman in the center. As the 5th Redbrand comes out of the tavern, I'm sorry, out of the Stonehill Inn with Carp's hand in his.
Does Carp look scared? How does Carp look?
Carp looks like Carp. Carp is he seems actually pretty unfazed. Not the excited little boy that you saw before. He looks, I wouldn't say somber, more detached. What are the rest of you doing? If Callista's hopping up on the roof.
You said that's a crowd forming?
Yes, yeah. The crowd is getting larger by the minute.
Do you all want to blend in with the crowd?
That might be a little risky. What if someone recognizes us? I mean, the whole town saw us kill all those bandits.
And most definitely could, but also think if someone spots us being sneaky over here or attempting to be sneaky over here, they could easily point us out. I say let's take our chances where we are right here.
What if something happens? Then we have a large group of people and we have to go through before we can ever get to them to stop them.
What do you mean if something happens? Like what?
I mean, why do you think they're calling the town here?
I don't know. Maybe they're having an impromptu party. Your bet's as good as mine.
They also have cars.
Am I close enough to like whisper down to them?
Yeah, you can move kind of, back. I'm assuming that you guys are kind of hiding on the east side of this house so that you're out of view.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you can absolutely kind of scoot back down there, Callista, and address the party. Sure.
Okay, I'm kind of hearing them talking about like trying to blend in, or if someone in the town is going to pick them out. I just want to kind of like add, like, you may have a crowd of allies here. They're going to kill one of their children.
Very good.
Oh. Well,
Then,
I'm not really here to see a kid get killed.
well, how about this? So that way we all aren't together, because together they might recognize us. Why don't we disperse?
That's a good idea. Maybe we should have like some sort of signal in case something goes wrong.
Cuckoo!
I like that. Caw-caw.
Why is that always a signal though? Like in any kind of setting, it's a bird call.
How many people are like right there?
Maybe like 20 people.
Okay, I want Layla to scoot within that little throng of people that's on the east side of Stonehill Inn.
Okay. All right, cool. No problem.
I would like to scoot back to the south, kind of down that way. And is there any group of people walking towards that way?
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to go out and join a group and walk with them to that side.
Okay. All right, cool. So Anthony's going to be on the on one side and Layla on the other. Give me just a second here. I'm actually going to increase the size of this.
Can you also delete my squiggle? I don't know how to delete it.
Squiggle.
Thanks.
There we go. If you guys want, you can kind of position yourselves on the map here now that everything's a little more manageable in size. Kind of where you're hiding out.
Oh, it's a lot better.
So as you are, and Sarbin, Sarbin and Z, where are you guys headed?
Right where my person is.
Okay.
I'm gonna have my back against the wall, kind of head down. Just kind of chilling at the moment.
All right.
So is there like 100 people? Like, how many people are just all together grouped here?
Altogether, there's probably around 80 to 100 people.
Okay, I want to get like this far side here.
Alright.
Like over here.
All right, cool. Yeah. So as the crowd gathers, the man who, now that you're a little closer, you can see he's a little older. Kind of walks up onto the porch of Stonehill Inn. He bends down to little Carp, whispers something in his ear. Carp just kind of looks straight ahead, and the man pats him on the head a couple times, turns around and says, "People of Phandalin!" And they stop speaking. And so do the crickets, and so do the chickens. Yeah, so he addresses the tavern sign is still waving though. He addresses people of Phandalin. Have we not been good neighbors to you? You have killed some of my men over these last few days. This is a very unfortunate business, and unfortunately you have forced my hand. As with the woman, and what was her husband's name? No matter. He kind of looks over at one of the Redbrands, who kind of snickers a little bit at the mention of some woman and man from a past transgression. As with them, unfortunately, you must face consequences for your actions. I will be merciful on you if the guilty parties step forward. Would anyone care to confess to the crimes against the town's protectors? And he kind of looks around over the crowd.
Can I look at the rest of the party and see if they are making any signals to do anything?
Salem, that's my other character. Layla is trying to shake her head and try to get meet eyes with everybody, shaking her head as in she's saying, "Don't do anything just yet."
Yeah, Callista is going to just quietly draw her bow in case it's needed.
Yeah.
I would like to create some whispers, but I kind of have to play a bit of a tune with it, so that might draw some attention.
Start playing like Cats in the Cradle or something.
You're gonna start whistling the Mockingjay tune,
Ooh,
or like the Good, the Bad, and Ugly. Not yet, though. For now, I'm just gonna say nothing.
So he looks back out at the crowd, and boop, and says, "Oh, that's very unfortunate. People of Phandalin, and very unfortunate for this young man here." And he kind of steps aside and gestures over to Carp. And when he does, you hear a cry from middle of the crowd, and a woman comes sprinting up to the front of the crowd. And as she runs for Carp, one of the Redbrands that was on horseback dismounts quickly and grabs her and holds her still. And this man looks down at her and says, "My dear, do you have anything to confess to me or to these other fine gentlemen before me?" And she is just kind of sobbing uncontrollably, reaching out for Carp, who doesn't seem to be really reacting to this at all. Does he
look like he's under some kind of a spell or something?
You could do like if you wanted to see if he looked like he was under a spell, you could roll me like an insight.
Can I? Oh gosh, you guys are gonna hate me.
Gosh, I cannot roll tonight.
You guys are gonna hate me. I want to look at Sarban and meet eyes and nod, kind of suggesting to wait a second, and I want to step forward and go, "I did it."
What the fuck?
Oh, really?
I'm the one who attacked the sleeping giant.
Well, I was about to like pull my loot
They're all
while
very
she was
heavy.
crying, but
That's meta. I can't say anything.
okay. So while I hear Anthony doing this, I'm gonna pull my loot and start just playing a little bit of music so I can get some magic flowing.
While they're doing this, never mind.
All right. So as soon as Anthony pipes up and confesses, this man turns very abruptly, not expecting, as I wasn't, for someone to confess to this crime. The crowd parts, and Anthony is standing alone in the center of this crowd of people who are all staring at him, kind of mouths agape. They have parted and are leaving a path for you to head right up to the front of the Stonehill Inn and accept whatever fate may be for you.
Yeah, I want to walk up, and is there a possibility that I could be, say, about 15 feet away from where Carp is, and from where all the other people are?
Tell me what your end game is, so I can answer that. You obviously have some kind of plan. Just tell me what that is.
I did,
Okay.
but I don't have that certain spell prepared.
Oh.
Okay,
Good
I
job.
can still do something. I can still do something else. So, yeah.
All right.
While this is going on too, I don't mean to interrupt. Can Layla start moving a little bit closer to Anthony?
Yeah.
Just
Yep.
a little, not much.
So, Anthony, I'm going to say you're probably about 60 feet away from them, standing in the midst of all of these people. And one of the Redbrands comes down off of the porch, draws his sword, and begins walking towards the through the crowd towards you. What do you do?
I want to walk forward.
How?
My hands up, just walking forward towards them, and I want to be. Which side is Carp on? That side or that side?
Carp is kind of standing behind the older man, next to this other Redbrand, so kind of middle, at the door, the front door of the Stonehill Inn, up on the porch.
Okay, I want to walk till I'm about 20 feet from
Oh,
Carp.
hold on. Well, they're not going to let you get that close to whoever this old man is. The Redbrand is going to grab you as you've got your hands up and attempt, and you're welcome to try to resist if you'd like, to put your arms behind your back and shackle you. What do you do?
I'm not gonna resist.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, can I use this? Can I use something since they're before they actually get the manacles on him? Since
Yeah.
don't
Well-
wizards need to use their hands?
Don't meta. Stop that.
Ooh. That's
That roof's about to collapse.
oh yeah. Is that not something that the character could have a vague idea of?
I mean, she may, but I would like
Okay.
you to maybe proposition that in a in-character-y kind of way.
Okay, seeing that her new friend is about to be taken prisoner, she absolutely does not want that to happen, and she wants to use, hopefully everyone is distracted by watching Anthony, and she, since she has her bow drawn, wants to take a shot at the old man who is kind of standing with the child.
Okay, at the same time, Sarban notices that something's happening right now. He sees Callista on the roof, and I want to change Carp's shirt to neon yellow.
What's the range on your spell there?
That's a good question, actually. I think it's a good range. Oh man, it's only 10 feet. Never mind.
I mean,
That's a lot shorter than I
If you
thought.
want to get up there.
No, I was under the impression it was longer. Never
All right.
mind.
Callista, if you're taking a shot, take a shot.
Okay, and as soon as that, since obviously that's going to break her cover, as soon as that arrow is loosed, I want to, like, yell something to the crowd. So do I have to roll first to try to hit and then say what I'm going to say, which I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to make something up?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay. While she's doing that,
Oh, hold on. Let's.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I want to
Sorry.
make sure we're resolving stuff as we're throwing it out. Cool. Looking. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, no kidding. Murder hobo engaged. Callista, take that shot. That is a miss.
Should have saved that lucky die.
And if anyone wants to hop in on this,
I've got 2 more. I could maybe yeah, that'd be good if I could try to get a better hit on him. Yeah,
all right, go for
may
it.
as well use
Burn a
one.
lucky.
Let's see if I can roll lower than a 9.
Wait. I want to use Bardic Inspiration. Can I think I can do it. Is there a range on that?
I'm sure there is. We can check. It's probably you gotta play a song and they gotta be able to see and hear you or something.
Yeah. Within 60 feet, that can hear you.
That's going to be at. I'd say yeah, you can do that. That's definitely going to be at the extreme range. I think I said Anthony was about 40 feet away. So yeah, you're about 60 feet.
Okay. So I'm definitely gonna play like a very inspiring song, and give Callista some inspiration die.
Now, hang on. You're doing this. She's being very reactionary here. She's drawing her weapon and she's shooting at this dude. It sounds like she's doing that first. So if you want to play something cool, but unless you are starting to play before she's attacking, it's not gonna. We're gonna be in initiative, and she's gonna be at the front.
I see. I think my goal is to help her after she does something. I want to help her get away.
Okay. By playing a jam. Sounds good. All right, Callista. So you want to go with that 13 then?
I guess.
All right. Roll me damage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Good deal.
I have to say my thing.
Yes, say your thing.
Yes, so she draws her bow back as quickly as she can, aims for the old man, and lets loose her arrow, and yells down, since she's standing on a rooftop, yells down at all the people, free yourselves from these tyrants, these child murderers. That's pretty much all I've got.
Then Sarbin in the crowd hears it. He's like, "Yeah!"
All right. If Sarbin's going to help, Callista, go ahead and roll me an inspiration. I'm sorry, a persuasion, maybe,
Okay.
with advantage. Oh, okay.
oh wow.
Well, this is taking a different.
Rise
turn.
up and free yourselves, my people!
All right. So first things first, you shoot at this dude, and it hits him in the hits him kind of in the shoulder.
Yep, that sounds about right. I would want to aim kind of away from where the child is standing, so probably the shoulder opposite to where Carp
Alright.
is.
So you shoot this arrow, and it nails him right in the shoulder. He lets out a howl, as he was not expecting this. And the Redbrands standing around him draw their weapons. You don't have to participate if you don't want to. Anthony, you are in the process of... I would say that the manacles are not on yet, but you are definitely grappled, as you have kind of surrendered yourself to this dude. You've got your hands behind your back. Everyone roll me an initiative.
Click your token.
Yes, please.
Woo! Finally, I got a good initiative roll.
Never fails. When you want your bad guy to monologue, the murder hobos will absolutely jump on that.
I prefer child protector, savior of the town. That'd be a little better.
Well, that's true. Okay, Sarbin, you are first. You're starting your jam.
Mm-hmm. So the song I'm playing is pretty inspiring. The people are like they're supporting our cause. I want them to like rally around us and help us in any way they can. I'm not asking them to. I don't really want to have them like fight for us, but just they're kind of understanding what's happening.
All right, let me see.
I think I'm going to try and switch tones for my inspirational music and cast Sleep on Glasstaff.
Is that Glasstaff?
If you're playing a song, that's your action. Right? Your bardic inspiration is your action?
That's a bonus action.
Oh, it is. Excuse me. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm gonna sleep.
$17. Okay, so
17
charisma save
hit
DC
points.
13. Let's see. All right.
You might have more than 17 hit points.
You might. And a 3. Okay. This is going differently. So, you, cool. Whatever. Hold on. Let me clean up some stuff here that I got going on. Give me one moment. I apologize. I was not ready for every contingency. Son of a biscuit. What did you get on your hit, Rachel, a moment ago? 13. Okay, cool. I apologize. I'm in DM frantic mode. Give me one sec.
So yeah, this didn't go well.
Oh, I didn't. I'm
Well-
not saying it didn't go well. I think it's going great. I'm just making sure. Okay. Ooh, and saving throws.
I'm hoping there's a couple brawlers in the crowd.
And a 3. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, yes, he actually collapses to the ground, asleep.
Holy. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, Sarman's pretty surprised by this.
Yeah,
Go on,
so-
but
So is the DM. But very, very cool. All right, nice. Hell yeah, dude.
I'm gonna
Sweet.
take my movement to get close to Anthony.
All right, so you're kind of moving through the crowd towards Anthony. I'm gonna say just about and forgive the battle map. This is gonna get tight, but I think we'll be fine-ish. Any movement in here that's moving through the crowd is probably going to be difficult terrain, so it's going to be half speed. But yeah, you can definitely get closer to Anthony. All right,
Okay.
Callista, what do you do? You have just, if they didn't see you before, they're probably fairly aware of you now. You just shot Glasstaff in the shoulder, and then he collapsed in a deep sleep. What do you do?
I am. Let's see. Can I get a quick look at the guys? Let's see. So we've got one by Anthony, down sort of in the middle of the crowd, and there's
Yep.
another 3 near Glasstaff or the old man.
There are technically 4. There are 2 on horseback, and there is 1 holding a little carp.
Yeah, 4 total. So one's by Anthony, and 3 are by the old man.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
No. I'm sorry. There's 5 total. Jesus.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. 1 holding little carp. And back.
Well, who was?
There. Yep. And let's see. We got Glasstaff and NPC's carp.
all right.
Yeah.
It's a very crowded map. All right.
Yes.
Well, Callista knows she's been
I'm
spotted.
shutting it down.
She's excellent.
Hey, that helps out a little.
So obviously, I've been spotted. The crowd is sort of down in this direction. So Callista is going to slide down off the rooftop, sort of land amongst the people in that open area. There are enough people to hide amongst, right?
Yeah, they're definitely going to catch any arrows shot your way if you move down there. Sure. You can definitely
Well,
get amongst the crowd for sure. Yeah.
Okay, and with my crit, they're riled up? Are they ready? Do they look like they're ready to fight?
I think it's going to take more than one powerful statement to have these guys rebel against some people who have been oppressing them for a while.
All right. It was worth a shot. Maybe some action will convince them.
I'm thinking, yeah, exactly. They're kind of stirring around. They're getting a little excited.
Yeah. They need to know they're on the winning side. I understand. All right. So she gracefully slides off the rooftop, lands amongst the people, and tries to blend into the group. How far away? I wanted to make my way towards where Anthony is and this guy who's grappling him.
We'll say you can make it maybe about halfway there,
Oh,
sliding
yes.
down the roof, and then moving in that direction.
Well, can I then use my cunning action to do a dash?
Yep, absolutely. Then you can close the distance between you and Anthony.
All right. Do I need to roll anything to get off of the roof, or
No.
have I been
No.
proven to be able to fall off of things
Yes,
easily
you can
enough?
fall absolutely easily.
Okay. So using my cunning action to dash over there, that's still, since that's my bonus action, I still have my action to try to attack. Is that right? Or
Yeah,
am I...
you haven't used an action yet. Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yes. Sorry. Yes. But now, because I've used my bonus action... Oh, no, drawing a weapon is an interaction, you said.
Yep.
That doesn't count as a bonus action.
Correct.
So I want to... And I've closed the ground, just so I make sure that I'm visualizing this correctly. Between him, I obviously want to stab him. I want to draw my gilded dagger and stab him in his back. And I have sneak attack. Okay, only if I have advantage on the attack roll, which I wouldn't. Or he hasn't gotten a turn yet, right?
I think it's or if there's an ally that's not incapacitated, which technically Anthony is not incapacitated within 5 feet of him. Assassinates the.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah,
and he's grappling Anthony, so definitely, yeah, you would definitely have that sneak attack ability.
Okay, so sliding through the crowd, she makes her way over to the one grappling Anthony and makes an attempt to stab him in the back.
Nice. Do it.
Please.
Please. Yeah. Is an 11 going to hit, or do I need to use my last lucky die?
Your last lucky already? An 11... actually, I don't have to tell you. You get to choose before you know the outcome. That is how lucky works.
Now, inspiration I get to pick after it happens.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
Well.
You don't. You get to say, "Oh, nope, that one was crappy." I'm
Well,
gonna try
it
again.
is after your roll, but not before you know the outcome.
Exactly.
Okay. I need to read up on this lucky die thing. But I don't have to take it, is that... I thought there was something special about that. Either way, I'm going to use it, because 11's not good.
And technically, inspiration, if you have inspiration, you can expend it when you make an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check. Spending your inspiration gives you advantage on that roll. So it's not a do-over.
Oh, okay, it's not a free... Okay, it's not a do-over.
Right.
Alright, well, 25 is better.
Yes, a 25 is definitely better. Roll your damage.
Okay, is there an easy way to add sneak attack damage, or do I just do another...
Add another attack
1d6?
that's called sneak attack that just does 1d6 damage. But yeah, for right now, just roll a d6.
Figure that out. Yeah. 7 and...
Nice.
9.
All right. That hurt. That hurt very badly. So you, as this guy he hears Glasstaff cry out from up front. If you guys haven't figured out, that's freaking who it is. I'm not spoiling anything yet. You're far too slow. But he's got Anthony, and he's looking up near the up towards the Stonehill Inn as the crowd begins to kind of waver a little bit and get excited. And all of a sudden, out of the crowd comes this dagger that just lightning fast, bam, bam. Yeah, blowing your mind right now. I know it. That might be Glasstaff. What with his staff and all. Cool. Yeah. So you stab that dude. He is still up. You're standing right next to him. Anything else on your turn? You got your move, your interaction, bonus action. I don't think there's much else you can do.
Yep, I think that's it.
Hold on a second. Is sneak attack a bonus action? No. Nope.
No.
Z, I was just checking. I was just making sure. Z, it is your turn.
Sorry, I'm laughing.
Okay. Good. It is.
So I kind of look around. I'm like, well, this just got interesting, and then I'm gonna start running. All right. Towards, I guess, Glasstaff, and then I'm gonna move as far as I can, and then throw a dart at the dude standing next to Glasstaff.
Okay. All right. Which one? The one that's not on horseback? Okay.
Sorry, I don't know how far to move my dude, because
Yeah, we're just gonna kind of wing it a little bit. You can move. Yeah, exactly. Reasonably. There we go. That's perfect. I put snails on the guys that are on horseback. You know, cause there's not horses.
They're riding snails now.
Yeah, they're riding giant snails. There's not even like... I thought there was like a hoof or like a horseshoe. There's a turret. There's
Also,
a turret.
I got a crit on that.
You're a liar. Where?
In our little chat thing.
That's you have +6, not +5.
Are you a crit on a 19 or a 20? Because you rolled a 19.
Yeah, it's 19 plus 4 plus 2.
Yeah, that's not a crit. A crit is a 20.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, and it'll show up as green when you get a 20 on the natural roll. That was very, very well fought though. Good job. And I could say, let's see. Oh, is that? You guys think that's more than 20 feet?
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna rule
No.
it. Okay, it's not more than 20 feet. It's close, but you're able to eke out that extra 2 to 15 feet. So you do not get disadvantage with your dart. You hurl that dart at this dude, and go ahead and roll your damage. Nice. Oh man.
Do I get a sneak attack bonus because I'm running through the
You're
crowd?
you're not a rogue. Get out of here.
Yeah, sneak attack's not a rogue thing. It's just a surprise.
Oh, is
attack.
that? I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Yes, everyone add 1d6 damage to your no. All right. Oh, thank God, it's their turn. Excellent. So this dude, you're kind of moving up through the crowd. You zip this dart over. Bam! Hits the dude right in the. Where did you hit him? Where'd you hit him?
Chest.
All right, you hit him right in the chest. He grabs this dart, throws it on the ground, draws his weapon, and charges towards you. And he is going to take a swing-a-ling. While he...
No,
Yep.
before I get...
Oh, you get an opportunity. Yes, do it! So as he comes within range, boom! You hit him. Do you hit him?
Oh, I don't know if a 15 hits. I'm sorry.
No, I should, and now I'm I'm just so excited. I'm just so excited right now. That's what it is. There it is. God, these things are so opaque. A 15 do hit. So you hit this guy as he is coming up on you. Go ahead and roll your damage. 9. Bam! Bam! So you zip your dart at this dude. He pulls his sword. He charges you, screaming, throwing the dart to the ground. Arrgh! Comes up at you, and oh God, is there some? Where's the thing? Hold on. Oh, fight music. He comes charging up at you, and as he raises his sword to strike you down, you have your staff, and you just nail him where? How do you do it? You tell me. How do you do it?
I'm gonna do like it's 2 moves, but whatever. I'm gonna sweep his legs so he falls to the ground and just like ram the staff like straight down into his chest.
Nice.
Oh, God.
So you just crush his ribs. This dude, he is done. He is out. He is dead. Okay. So the rest of these guys are going to do some things now. This one has just been stabbed by Callista, the one that's holding Anthony. Anthony, he is still holding you. He is actually going to... Let's see...
Yeah, that's right. Let go of the caster and hit.
Yep, that's exactly what he's going to do.
Do it.
He is going to...
do it. Hit me.
First thing he's going to do is he is going to kick Anthony in the back and try to send him down into the dirt. So Anthony, you can roll a strength or dexterity challenge against his attack. So he's not actually doing damage to you. He's trying to get you out of the way. So his attack is the same. So it's not a sword. All right, so that's an 11. You rolled a 10 in contest. So he kicks you. You fall forward. You stumble. You haven't taken any damage, but you are laying kind of face down in the dirt. He has multi-attack, so he draws his weapon at this woman who has just come out of the crowd at him, and he is going to swing his sword at Callista for 8 and miss. What were you gonna do? You were gonna do your thing? Oh.
I was, but you already rode, so never mind.
Okay. All right. Yep. So he swings at Callista. Callista, you're able to. Do you dodge it? Do you deflect it? What do you do?
Ooh, I guess as he spins around, she's dagger that she used to stab him, and sort of catches his blow with that and deflects it down into the left.
Okay. I see what you did there. Did you do a double? What is it? A double what cross? Double cross low?
Yeah. Over and over and over until I got it right.
Nice. So one of these guys is, let's see, the one that's on horseback, or one of them that's on horseback, is going to hop off his horse. He's going to run up to the front of the inn, and he is going to grab the incapacitated Glasstaff and drag him inside. The one that's holding Carp is going to... he's got both this woman who is now frantically trying to get to Carp by the throat, and he's trying to... She's a halfling. She's a little tiny, just like Carp is. He's walking Carp inside, and he's got this woman by the throat with the other hand, bringing her inside as well. As the rider hops off of his horse and moves up to Glasstaff, he turns to the final rider and says, "Bring them back!" And that one begins to move and busts past Layla. Layla, you can opportunity attack that if you wanted to use your reaction on it. But some of these guys are moving into... Boop! They have moved into Stonehill Inn. Did you want to try to hit him as he's running by on his horse, Layla?
Yes, please.
All right, go for it.
And are we able to yell freely at the townspeople and try to get them to do something well?
If you want to talk, that's one thing. If you're trying to rile people up, that's going to be an action.
Okay.
And I'm actually okay. So 15 hits, but I was actually going to have you do that with inspiration with advantage, because you have not yet entered the fight. He does not know that you are a person that he should be worried about. But you slash at him as he is running by, not really expecting it. Go ahead and roll me damage. Nice. All right. So you reach up and nail that dude. You cut him deep across one side, but he is able to continue past. He's not dead yet. And he's running south out of town on the horse. Because he's on his horse, obviously his movement speed is much greater. Anthony, you are face down in the dirt in the midst of these people. Callista is engaged in combat with the Redbrand that did have you restrained. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna stand up and I wouldn't know he's running away, so I'm gonna go back over to the guy who had me restrained, and I'm going to do a shocking grasp.
Go for it.
A 13.
A 13 does not hit. You reach out for him with... is this shocking grasp? I mean, is there arcing electricity between your fingertips, or how does this look?
Yeah, I just tense my hand up into a ball, and whenever I let go of it, a spark of lightning energy just form in the palm of my hand.
As he's going through his battle dance with Callista here, and they're engaged in this sword and knife play, he is able to deftly move out of the way as he realizes that you have kind of entered the fight again. Your hands arc and crackle the air harmlessly, but very close to him. You see the hair on the left side of his head just stand up on end as you barely miss him. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think that'd be it.
All right. Layla, what do you do?
How far is the guy on horseback from me?
He is like 40 feet or something.
Okay.
And moving away.
I want to run within 30 feet of him,
Okay.
and I want to cast True Strike on him. Let me do this. It's a cantrip, it's that. So I get advantage on my first attack.
Okay.
And then I want to throw Talon at him.
Okay. So, Talon is not a thrown weapon. You can throw it. It comes off as improvised, though.
Okay.
So the damage goes down to a 1d4, but you can absolutely throw Talon at him.
Then never mind. I want to use my longbow. I want to whip my longbow off my back
Okay.
and try to pluck him.
All right, so let's see. Okay, and you've got advantage. So this guy he's rushing away on horseback. He's threatening to move around kind of this bell tower down here at the town master's hall. You pull out your longbow, take aim as he's about to disappear from your view, and fire as he's kind of holding his side. 22 definitely hits. Roll some damage.
Ooh.
11.
Yeah.
Nice. He catches the arrow where? Actually, you tell me what happens. How do you do it?
With his back to me, it's just gonna go straight about where his heart is. Like if I know where his back is, where the heart is, like right past the spine and out the front.
Oh, nice. All right. So as the horse, spurred on by him in his last kind of moments of life here, begins to round, down and between the house and bell tower, he manages to stay on the horse for only maybe a few feet after catching that arrow in the back, before he slumps over it and falls backwards off onto the ground dead.
And since I really only moved about 10 feet, can I use the rest of my movement to start running towards the Stone Hill Inn?
Yes, absolutely. And I'd say from
Okay.
your distance, you can get just about to the front of that. Cool.
Okay.
Sarbin, what are you doing?
So, is there still a crowd around us at this
Yes.
point?
And the crowd is starting to get very hype. There's a lot of, all of a sudden, where they were feeling kind of downtrodden and intimidated by these guys. This group of people who they had all seen before wipe out a large group of these Redbrands has emerged from the crowd and started beating the shit out of everybody. So yeah, they're around and they're looking around excitedly, wondering what to do.
So if I wanted to rile people up, that takes an action, right?
Yes, yeah. If you wanted to kind of perform like a speech or some kind of inspirational something, yeah, that would be an action.
I was trying to think what I could do. Okay, I've got an idea. So, I want to make a speech here. Okay, but for too long, you guys have dealt with these bandits. And right here in the middle of this crowd, you have one bandit who is pretty defenseless. If you want to get your revenge, this guy's a dude on. I kind of point over to where Anthony and Callista are trying to fight this guy. So I'm encouraging them to just beat him up.
Okay, all right, perfect. I'm gonna let you. You'll roll a persuasion. You're gonna roll this with advantage because Callista has already started this, and given the circumstances, you guys are beating the crap out of these guys.
Oh my
21.
god.
Nice.
Oh, 21. Jesus.
They are hyped. The crowd descends on these guys. They kind of come between Callista and Anthony and this Redbrand, and begin to just grab at him and pull at him. They're holding his arms. His sword is wrenched from his hand. He is being held by a group of these Phandalonians. Anything else on your turn?
I'm just gonna move in towards the crowd, like by Anthony and Callista,
All right, cool.
to get closer to the bandit.
All right, Callista, the man that you were fighting has been disarmed and is standing before you with his arms restrained, looking at you, shaking his head, his eyes wide with fear. You obviously wouldn't attack him because he's unarmed, right? Right?
Right?
Right.
Right?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, the townsfolk can do whatever they want to him. My concern is inside the Stonehill Inn. Now, what would it take? Let's see. When he was restrained, did he drop his weapon, and what weapon did he have?
He had a short sword, and yes, he did drop it.
No daggers or anything interesting.
Yeah, he's got. You look down at his boot, and he's got a dagger, kind of sheathed down there in his boot.
All right. Can I grab that and run towards the inn?
Yep, I'd say grabbing it's your interaction. That's cool.
Okay. And gosh, how far am I from the inn? Will I be able to make it to the doorway?
You're about 40 feet. You could with
40
your
feet.
dash. It's going
Which
to
I
eat up
can use
a lot
as my
of your-
cunning action.
Yep. As your bony action, as your bonus action. Now, I'm going to say that it might be worthwhile to you to use some of your acrobaticness to get through this crowd. Would you be interested?
Oh, can I do that?
I think that would be neato.
How would I even describe that?
I mean, you've already rolled 2 ones. It's not like you're gonna roll another one, right?
I mean,
Oh,
what are the
great! Now
odds
you
of
said
that?
it. Yeah.
I jinxed us.
Well, when you say it like that,
Yeah, we're totally taking a bio in a second here.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand how I would use acrobatics to get through the crowd.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, that's fine.
No, well, I mean, seriously. Like, I can use a cunning action to dash and move that distance, but are you saying to use acrobatics as a turn, as my action, to get through the crowd?
I'm just saying, just flavor what you're doing with some acrobatics. It has passed. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't want to like leapfrog over people and stuff.
Because that would have been badass. Jumping up on their shoulders and running across their heads. That would have been absolutely amazing and totally worth an inspiration or something.
That's what I had in mind.
Right? Just like, I'm gonna just jump up these dudes as they're beating the shit out of this Redbrand and just run across everyone's backs. But that doesn't happen. Instead, you move effortlessly with your dash through the crowd here. And arrive. Remember, the crowd is difficult terrain, so you're making it up to the front, actually, right as Layla is. So you guys are both sitting up there.
Is the door open?
The door has been shut by the Redbrands that are inside. Let's see. Anything else on your turn?
Nope. I think that's all I can do. I don't want to use an action to open the door because then I can't make an attack with the weapon that I took, and I use my interaction to take the dagger. So I think I am stuck at the door.
Well, so okay. In the interest of flavor and loving badass shit, rule of cool, right? So how would you get through that door? Maybe you can't interact with it. How else would you get through a door that is shut that you're charging?
Is there a window?
Oh, yeah. There's windows on either
Throw
side.
myself through the window.
Do you want to try that?
Yeah, sure. You know what? Callista, since she's dashing through the crowd, and there's a bit of a gap where they have left space around the inn, she's able to get a little bit of extra speed, and her hat flies off as she hurls herself at the glass window.
Nice. Okay. Yes.
It'll make an entrance. That's for sure.
Make me an acrobatics to get through the window. To dive.
It's plate glass. It's plate glass, isn't it?
It's gonna be, yeah, of course.
Nice.
What do we get? Nice.
Whoa.
Okay. So you dive crashing through the window. Actually, you tell me how you land on the inside. Looking at the inside, the downstairs is more or less just a tavern. Sitting in the middle of the room, you see still this woman fighting with one Redbrand, Carp standing motionless or emotionless by the Redbrand side, and the third Redbrand slapping the old man that he dragged inside. The staff is laying next to the old man on the floor.
Get staff.
Well, after diving through the window, Callista does a tumble, sliding underneath one of the tables in the inn. As soon as she lands, and she has this dagger in her hand that she stole off of the other Redbrand, as soon as she sees the purple of those robes, she is going to just whip that dagger as hard as she can towards it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an attack. That is definitely a hit.
Awesome.
Roll me damage.
Oh, that's the wrong dagger, though. I did not. It's not a +1 dagger.
Oh,
Can you
that's
just
right.
take
Yeah,
the?
just take the one off. So 19
Take the one off.
and -1 on the damage. Go ahead and roll your damage. So 5.
So
damage.
5.
Okay, let me see how terrible all of this is for me. Certain things only show up in certain. Where the hell is that? Do you remember how much your first? I'm sorry. Do you remember how much your first hit was on this dude? Your bow shot.
It was 9.
13.
That was the to hit, but do you need the damage?
Yep. I'm looking.
Yeah, let me.
I think it 8. Yeah,
8.
That sounds right.
8. Okay.
Oh, it was 7. Wait,
7.
that's a dagger. No, sorry, I'm terrible.
Yep. My bad.
You guys can go with 8.
Okay. Well, if we're going with 8,
It's right here.
right here, where?
Do you want a screenshot of it? I have it. It is 8.
No, 8. That's fine. Oh my Lanta. Hang on. Okay. Okay, sorry. So you send this dagger hurling across the room at this man who is at the moment at least, unconscious. It buries deep into his chest, and he immediately wakes up and screams out in pain, still with the arrow sticking out of his shoulder. Anything else on your turn?
She just mumbles, "Oh shit," because she just woke him up.
Yep, she did.
Yeah. Wrong target.
Z, your turn. Actually, you guys want to take like a pee break real quick?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Sure. I'm back.
All right, back. How are we feeling?
You're kind of hit the fan.
Yeah, you're a little dirty right now.
I am a little dirty.
All right, I'm back.
Hey.
Back.
All right.
Oh.
We were at. Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Z? Cool. All right, Z, it is your turn. So, just to recap, Layla's standing on the other side of the building. Callista has just dove through the window to the side of the door of Stonehill Inn, going after this mysterious robed man. Anthony is standing next to the last Redbrand out in the middle of the town square that is being beat to crap by townsfolk. What do you do, Z?
Not to be upstaged, I also am going to acrobats into the window.
Okay, all right, go for it. Same window or the one that's already been broken?
The one that's already.
I mean,
broken.
I just said the
Those
same
are the
thing.
same thing.
Those are the same thing. There's a plot twist. There's but one window.
So
right.
that window, I guess.
Yes, okay, that window, great. Go ahead and no.
Critical fail.
Oh, okay. So, Z, you are a master of fluidity in motion and the elaborate dance that is the practices and tenets of your monastery, whatever. You charge towards the Stonehill Inn. You lunge for the window, drawing your staff in front of you to quickly dispatch any of these ruffians that are unlucky enough to meet you on the other side. And unfortunately, your staff is about a foot longer than the window is wide, and it hits both sides of the window, and you kind of cave in on the staff, and it works almost like a bow. It bounces you back out, and you land on your back on the porch. Anything else on your turn?
I guess I'm gonna just stand up.
Okay, all right. You stand up.
Dust myself off.
All right. Yeah, no big deal. That's fine. There's so much action. I'm sure only like 90% of these people just saw you do that. So the other 10%, they still think you're a complete badass. Mm-hmm. All right. It is now the ruffian's turn. Oh, and I've got some options now, baby. All right. Oh my God. There's just, yeah, talk about needing more screens. Jesus. Why would I have ever closed that window? Hold on. This window should just be always open. Callista. You are inside with two Redbrands and the aforementioned Glasstaff, who you have shot in the arm and thrown a dagger, which is currently embedded into his chest.
And the old man still hasn't died.
He has not died yet. And now I have to determine what he would do. All right. Hang on.
Make me a really pretty headstone, guys.
I'll do a death ritual for you.
I'll play like a funeral like tune.
Would you please, Callista, roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Can I see Callista?
I would say no. Maybe
Okay.
Z can see in that window.
Well, it should be fairly obvious for me. No.
Sarbin's trying to get himself diagnosed with syphilis here, guessing how many hit points someone's got. Someone's about to roll for STDs.
Hey.
Oh, do I get advantage?
Why would you get advantage?
Cause I used my inspiration.
But you did not.
Oh, I did though.
No.
I meant to. I meant to because it was important. No, it's all right. I didn't say it.
This guy looks like a really, really nice old man.
Oh no.
He puts out a palm to you to stop you and kind of stay you, and you feel your body kind of like your muscles are tightening up as if your body is betraying you. He picks up the staff, and the stone at the end of it, looks like a purplish glow begins to emanate from this staff as all of the animosity and malice towards this man in you just vanishes. He's actually a really, really nice guy. You feel not only do you owe him a great debt, but that you should defend him with your life.
Oh no, he was like the father I never had.
Yep, exactly. So you are going to turn, and you are going to attack whoever comes through that door.
Oh.
That is his turn. The ruffians, seeing this, they are going to... the one standing with him is going to kind of help him, the rest up to his feet and start ushering him out the back door. Obviously, the rest of you, this is kind of unbeknownst to. And the one is still wrestling Carp and this woman. He's actually going to cast the woman down because she is just too much of a fighter. She hits her head and she's knocked unconscious. As she tumbles, she kind of hits the edge of one of the tables in this tavern area, and they make their way into the back room. All right, Anthony, your turn.
Okay, how far am I from the Stonehill Inn?
You're probably about a move. You could get there. It's 30 feet. You'd be up on the front porch.
Okay, I want to run up there.
All right. Anything else?
Can I look inside the window from where I am?
Yeah, I'd say that you're standing up there. You see Callista, her eyes distant with a faint purple glow to them, standing, heaving deeply with her... you have a short sword as well? Is that right, Callista? Short sword and a dagger? Or just two daggers?
Well, I threw one.
That's right.
God,
one
okay.
is in him. You've got one dagger.
Yeah, I didn't have a rapier drawn, but obviously
But I'm sorry, you have your rapier on you?
I do.
Okay, so you see Callista here. She's got this kind of... her face is kind of contorted in this really angry scowl as she's looking through at the door. She's breathing through her teeth, almost seething. Spittle is coming out as she just gets angrier and angrier. She slams her rapier and dagger together, and she's just glaring towards the front door with this kind of purple haze in her eyes. So you see that as you get up to the front. She doesn't seem to notice you at the window.
Can I see Glasstaff?
They are no longer in the kind of the main area there. No, excuse me, no. You do not see Glasstaff. You do see a door at the back of the... It's kind of one of those swinging kitchen doors, moving kind of as if someone has recently gone through it.
Because we stayed here the first night, right?
No. I don't think you guys
We were
ever
in there at
actually
some
stayed
point,
here.
right?
I don't think
Yeah.
you guys did. You did
Yeah,
stay at the
yeah.
you stayed at the inn. Excuse me. That's where you met Carp, right? Yeah. You stayed at the upstairs room. I think you actually still have a room here.
Huh.
Okay. From whenever we stayed there, would I know that there's a back entrance?
I would say, while you may not have used the back entrance, it would make sense that there would be an entry for deliveries and things like that. Yeah, you'd know there's a back entrance. Or it would be a reasonable summation.
Okay, I think there's no one else left in the lobby or foyer, whatever you want to call it, in the front.
Just Callista. Who is pissed.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't know that you'd. Okay, I had to ask because I don't want to metagame. Would I know from my background in the arcane? Would I know that she's being charmed, or?
That is such a good question that you have asked just now. What skill do we have? That might be able to tell us something.
Insight?
Arcana?
Ooh, there we go. Insight would work too, a little differently, yeah. But yeah, an Arcana check might be able to tell you
Can I
something.
assist on that?
Does that make sense for Layla?
Yeah, it
But-
would.
but-
Just because of her background and being an elder knight anyway. I mean, I took Arcana. That was one of my skills that I took.
Oh, cool.
Too, so.
Okay, all right. Well, I will tell you this: since you're next in the initiative order, normally what you would do is someone would hold an action, right, for the next person to get into the initiative, and then you guys would kind of both. Your action would be to help Anthony. If you guys want to use both of your actions here to assist with this, yeah, absolutely. But that's going to be the action for your turn. You'll still be able to move, you'll still be able to bonus action and all of that. But this would be, you're basically stopping to see if you can determine this with him.
But I can still move.
Yep,
So yes, I would like to assist.
Okay, cool. Yep. Anthony, go ahead and roll me an Arcana with advantage.
18.
Yes. Not only can you tell that she is being affected by some kind of magic enchantment, but she has been charmed. You can tell from the glow in her eyes and the kind of the mindless anger that she has been charmed and given some kind of task, probably to defend Glasstaff. She may attack you if you approach.
Okay. I don't know if I'm able to do this, but would I know what would break it besides a dispel?
Yeah, you know the spell, so you could. I tell you what I would let you do. Now, this would be this is information you're getting off of your action. I'll let you try to break the enchantment by basically entering a contest with Glasstaff. You're fighting his magic with your magic, but that would be an action, so that would be on your next turn.
That would be on my next turn?
Yep, because your action this turn has been to use your Arcana ability to determine what's affecting Callista.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna wait to do that, I guess.
All right.
I can't move, and I use my action, so yeah.
Okay, and Layla, did you want to move? You have a bonus action, interaction? What are you doing?
Yeah, she is. I mean, she initially, as soon as they went in, probably going to go to the backside to try to head them off if they were going up the back. So she was going to move.
All right, so you're going to move around just like to the side, so you got an eye on the back door?
Yes.
Cool. All right, and Sarban, what are you doing?
That's a good question, because I don't feel like I'd be able to see everything happening over here because I'm still in the midst of all these people. Like, do I know like everyone else is heading towards that inn?
You know that they're up at the inn. I think you'd be able to see that pretty easily. Remember, most of them are standing up on the kind of the porch of the inn, which is raised above everybody else. So you can see that they're kind of milling around at the front there.
Huh.
And you definitely, Anthony was right next to you. You saw him charge up there.
Okay. So is this guy like dead yet, or is he like what's happened to this guy? Like this bang down right by.
Yeah, the crowd is definitely going to take care of him. You can finish him off if you'd like, but they are beating the crap out of him right now.
Nah, part of me was thinking of using a healing word to give him more hit points, but I don't
You
think
can
so.
absolutely do that.
I could, but I need to do something that's like productive.
Well, that really depends on who you ask.
Fair enough. So is Layla behind the inn, or like is people not really move their tokens much?
No, she is at this point pretty much.
Yep, she's kind of
Can't see behind
disappeared. She's disappeared. Did you say we can see behind the inn?
Well, she can.
Yeah, she can. Right. You saw her kind of disappear behind the corner here.
Okay. Part of Sarvin wants to see this guy just take a little bit more beating, but he figures that this crazy wizard that would have killed the kid needs to be taken care of first. So he's just gonna move up to the rest of the group.
All right. These guys, the crowd just kind of dogpiles this guy, and you hear him scream, and his screams kind of muffle as he is buried under a pile of angry Phandalonians. All right. So you move up to the front of the inn. Do you do anything else?
I haven't done anything yet. I really want the townspeople to help like surround this building, but I don't really know that Glasstaff is like heading through the back though. I gotta do something.
Well, keep in mind, you guys can talk, and while Anthony didn't tell Layla, hey, they're going out the back, kind of assuming that happened, right? So, I mean, you guys can talk as a free action. That's something that you can do. You don't necessarily always have to wait for your turn to speak.
Okay.
Like, Anthony, if you want to say, he's going out the back, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I want to look at him and go, not in the front, the door running, I think they're going out the back.
Alright. So I turn to the townspeople and say, okay, Alright, you've taken your rage against just a lay bandit who's just having to be part of the gang, but do you guys want to like get rid of like the head honcho? If so, I need you guys help to surround this whole building and we take care of this Redbrand menace once and for all.
Nice. Roll me a persuasion with advantage. Actually, don't roll that. I don't. Well, yeah, I figured it was gonna win anyway, but I don't know why they wouldn't listen to you at this point. You've got them all hyped up. So yeah, the crowd begins to encircle the. Where's my little drawing thing? I'm gonna draw it in blue. Woo! They encircle the building. Layla, you see townspeople kind of coming from the other side, and coming from over here, and coming up behind you as they come to kind of enforce your watch over the back. They have not come out the back of this place yet.
While they do that, can I ask, is there a basement in here, in the inn?
Ooh, you're asking one of the townspeople?
Yeah, I'm just asking, like, any townsperson that is near me. It's kind of a general. Is there a basement, guys?
Okay, yeah. A couple of them just say no. There's a larder at the back. That's the door. They point over to it. Takes you straight to the larder, or through the larder into the kitchen, and then into the main common room. There's no basement.
Okay, yeah, I'm done.
All right, Callista, it is your turn.
My new father was being attacked by me, and
You cut out there for a second.
that. Oh, can you hear me?
Yep, there we go.
Oh, well, what I said before doesn't really matter, I guess. I want to try to fight this. So, do I roll wisdom again to try to get out of the charm?
Yes, I will let you. Actually, hold on. We're gonna do that at the end of your turn. You'll have a chance to save against it because it hasn't actually done anything to you yet, right? So yeah, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna see if you can kill Anthony.
Okay.
How about that?
I don't think so.
I think that's what she's gonna do, because that's what she's being compelled to do. Go ahead and roll me an attack against Anthony.
However, I have not made any signs of aggression towards Glasstaff.
You're the only one there.
You said you were guilty.
Oh, that's yeah.
I
yeah.
said I
said
was
it.
guilty, but not to Glasstaff.
Yes, you did.
We all
Not to
heard you.
Glasstaff. I attacked other people.
Okay, stab Anthony,
Nobody get
please.
hit.
I
Stab
will.
Anthony. Stab him. 14. Does 14 hit your AC, Anthony?
Of course it does.
Oh,
I'm a wizard.
If you would be so kind, Callista, as to roll your damage.
wait, and I can stab. I guess I'm stabbing through the broken window because he's outside.
You have climbed out the window, and you are stabbing Anthony. You come hurtling out the window.
Yeah. Can I try to fail an acrobatics check to get out the window and just fall on my face?
Yes, you can. You are the most successful that you have ever been at
I'm
getting
gonna
out
stab
the
you
window.
so gracefully. It's gonna be beautiful.
You come flying out of the window, not actually flying. You do not have wings. The spell does not give you that. But you kind of you run and kind of do like a jump tuck, a crouch jump, if you will, out onto the porch area there, seeing Anthony standing there, looking guilty as charged. You attack for 10 damage. Anthony, how does that make you feel?
I'm hurt. I'm hurted.
Okay.
How dare she?
Would
I was
you
gonna
like-
get that.
I didn't mean it.
She does not get a sneak attack, which is good. She does, however, have a dagger. Callista, if you would please stab Anthony with your dagger.
I don't have a dagger. I threw it. It was in Glasstaff.
Oh, you only have the rapier? No other weapon?
Well, I mean,
I thought you had the other dagger.
I've got like a dozen daggers stashed around my body. Do I need to draw another one and stab him again?
Yes, if you would.
Can I just punch him since my hand is right there?
No, the magic compels you to stab
Oh,
Anthony.
goodness, I have to stab him. Okay.
Fight it as you may want to. Actually, you don't even want to. This is the best idea you've ever had. 13, does that hit your AC?
Yep.
Please
It
don't.
do.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
You know,
no.
12.
Roll that damage. Oh! That was a good one for Anthony. She rolled a 1 on damage. He is not down. He has been stabbed. Anthony, you have been stabbed by your friend. What do you do? How does that make you feel? You don't actually get to do anything quite yet. But does that make you feel... Does that hurt? You ruined my
It
encounter,
hurts.
you bastard.
Murderer. Usurper.
I was just
Usurper.
gonna.
You were just gonna talk. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Can I try to
Callista.
get out of it so I feel bad?
Yes, you can go ahead and roll me a. We're doing a DC 13 Whiz save again.
I foresee her rolling a 15. I said it
Silence.
before the roll.
Yeah, you can. Do you get to do
I
that?
said it before the row.
Do you get?
Yeah.
You get to do that on not your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get a glimpse. Begin the process. Whenever you finish a raw glimpse, you can replace any attack roll, saving throw, or ability check made by you or a creature that you can see with one of these foretelling rolls.
Nice. Okay, that happens then. You knew she was gonna snap out of it, dude. You knew. That's why you just tanked those stabs. Perfect.
That's right.
So Callista, you look down. You see Anthony stabbed a couple times, and dirty, and stabbed. Standing before you, you've got your weapons. You don't really recall the last maybe 20 seconds or so. You've got blood on your weapons, and you don't necessarily remember that being there either. You feel terrible. Z, it is your turn.
I want to gasp and stumble backwards.
Okay.
I can
There's some
see
stumbling.
Glasstaff through the window, right?
Glasstaff has disappeared out of the common room and has made it into the kind of the back kitchen area.
Okay, I'm gonna run in after him.
Okay.
Can I make it all the way in?
Yep, you can make it all the way in and to the door. You can throw the door open if you wanted to and look in to see the Redbrands.
Can I cast something?
You certainly can.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt on Glasstaff.
Okay, so yeah, go for it. Go for it. 18. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Blow his freaking head off.
Oh
my god.
Hang on.
Would you like me to explain how I did it?
Boom. I would love for you to explain how you did this.
Okay, so I put my hands together and pull them apart, and as I do that, you see a light kind of grow in between, and I start like rolling my hands around them in kind of like a dance acrobat type thing, and then I just throw it straight at him. And it leaves like a trail of like light particles behind it, and as it meets him, it goes in and lights him from inside out and just kind of blows him to like light particles, and they slowly rain down.
Okay, give yourself inspiration if you didn't already have it. So you bust in, you do that. These light particles shower all over the two Redbrands that were there and Carp. Carp immediately snaps out of whatever spell or trance he was under, and the Redbrands look around confused. They lower their weapons and are looking around at each other. The one holding Carp's hand lets it go, seemingly surprised. And we're out of combat. What do you do?
I'm gonna take this wonderful time to tell them that they are all evil and they need to repent and need to leave this town immediately. Except for Carp. Carp's cool.
Carp begins to cry.
Oh,
No.
Layla's coming in through the back at this point.
Okay.
Sword's still drawn because she doesn't know what's happened. So
She just sees this like sparkle confetti just raining down on these guys and these two Redbrands who look again very surprised by what's going on. One of them jumps as you come through the door, Layla, eyes wide.
Can Sarpin see this explosion happen?
Might not have been able to see the explosion happen, but you guys we're out of combat. So you guys are welcome to move in as you want. There's no more turns.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna walk in. And you can
I'm gonna grab
continue.
his.
Walk in.
I'm gonna grab his staff.
Layla's gonna have both of her swords drawn towards the other two Redbrand, wanting them to back up against the wall. She's gonna look to Carp. Go to your mother.
He looks around frantically looking for his mother and begins to kind of whimper. You notice, Callista, are you heading back there as well?
You're talking about inside the Stonehill Inn?
Yep.
Yeah, my, oh, you were going to say that I noticed something?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go with that first, and then I wanted to say what I wanted to do.
Okay. Well, if you're like in the front area, the door kind of swings open after the carp comes running out. You notice he still has your dagger kind of stuffed in his wee belt, and he runs over to his. It's actually his mother who's laying unconscious on the floor and begins to shake her.
Well, that's sad.
She's just unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's great. So he's inside the inn.
Yep.
Right? Outside the inn, I watched him inside the inn, going to his poor mother who's knocked out.
Yep.
I want to dash inside the inn and probably run into the back and try to scrounge around for like a first aid kit or bandages, something, since I just stabbed Anthony a bunch of times and I feel really bad about that.
Okay. All right. You find some things that can stop the bleeding. There's a little like cuts and burns kit kind of stashed up underneath the front counter for when drunks punch through windows or something like that. And you
It'll be all right, guys. I found a band-aid.
To Anthony.
All right, I'm going to ask Anthony, since we were both outside, hoping that he's going to come in, sit down on a chair because he appears to be bleeding on his robes.
Yeah, before I go in, you don't have your hat anymore. You said it fell off whenever you jumped in?
Yes.
So is it
I've lost my
outside?
hat. I assume so. I'd have to go look
Okay.
for it.
Before I hobble in there because someone stabbed me a bunch of times, I want to grab the hat
Someone.
and then go in.
Okay. Yeah, you guys RP it up. Go for it. So you're bringing Callista her hat back. If anyone wants to do anything with the
Yeah.
NPCs, you just let me know.
I will eventually. I'm going to let them do their thing.
Yeah,
first.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I hobble in, I go, I think this is yours.
Callista would have been, pulling a chair out and kind of motioning for him to come sit down, and just sort of sheepishly takes it and says thank you. And then starts rifling through this kit trying to find something to heal him up. Now, where did I stab? Where did I stab you? Hopefully not in the gut. Is it
Kind of chest area.
Yeah, it stings a bit.
Ah,
Never.
I know. I'm gonna throw the medical stuff sort of in his lap. Be right back. I'm gonna jump over the bar counter and try to find some a good whiskey.
As she's doing this, I'm going to walk into the room and touch Anthony and say, light heal you, and then I'm going to heal him for 1d8.
Nice.
That is so much better than my Band-Aid.
All you have to do is ask.
Oh.
Oh, and yeah.
Got a little healy magic there. It's fun.
I want Layla to, between the two Redbrand, she's going to point one arm and blade to the door. One of you had better run back and tell the others to leave immediately, and you had better hope that those townspeople do not catch you on the way out. You're theirs now.
Are you going to give them safe passage through this crowd?
Nope. Only one of them. The other one
Finally.
stays with me.
All right. Well, you said one of them, so they're both going to try to clamber
Nope.
past you. You're just grabbing one.
Yep.
All right.
You were staying here with me.
The other runs out into, or kind of out the back door, looks around at the crowd, and he's going to try to get through it. And he's going to need to roll some persuasions. Give me a second. Actually, I'm going to roll this here so you guys can see it. So we're going to say, just like you guys, this has been pretty much DC 13. His charisma is a -1. That's a 12. That's an 11. He goes outside, and as soon as he tries to make it through the crowd, they grab him and just pile on top of him. And his screams only echo through the streets of Phandalin for a moment.
But isn't that terrible?
I'm glad we're not holding anyone to alignment here. I'd love to know what y'all's alignments are. It's delightful. Absolutely delightful group.
Layla's ending up a little more chaotic than I expected.
Chaotic evil than expected, yeah.
That's not chaotic evil. She's doing it for the greater good of the people.
Oh, is that what it was? The people,
greater good
the people
of the
needed
people.
to kill that dude?
Well, no, the people needed to be free.
Oh, they weren't already free. I'm playing with you, but
No.
also maybe a little evil. Cool. All right. So this one Redbrand is here. He's dropped his weapon on the ground. This is the one that was holding Carp. He is kneeling down in front of you, and he's got his head down. He's not making eye contact with you as you're standing above him with gleaming talon in hand.
Wait,
Oh,
if I
God.
activate a sound on this tabletop audio, does everyone hear it?
No, we won't hear it because you shouldn't see the soundboard if you're listening to the broadcast. I think that's how it works. But you can, if you wanted to broadcast, you send us the broadcast link and then we'd hear it.
Okay, because for some reason I see all the buttons too.
Yeah, same.
See if the broadcast ended.
I mean, I still hear the crickets.
Yeah, it says
But-
inactive for too long. The broadcast stopped.
Oh.
I wasn't playing those things. There we go. I was actually playing music here. So you guys are welcome to listen into that if you'd like. We've only got a few minutes left, though. All right. So what else? Let's see. I have never had alcohol. What?
Oh, poor he's gonna get so smashed. Layla's gonna look to the last Redbrand. Are there any other leaders, or was it just Glasstaff?
I heard you. Give me 1 second.
No, you're fine. Take it.
I don't know anything. I don't have anything for you. Just let me go.
Oh, just like you let that poor innocent child go.
I didn't have a choice.
How so?
He forced us.
Forced you.
Yes.
Right. With the same magic as the kid?
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Is he lying? Can I roll?
Yeah.
Is that insight? Or
Yeah. Insight to tell if lying.
Ooh,
That makes sense.
let's go. -1. 17 still.
He looks pretty damn truthful to you right now. He doesn't have a whole lot of options. He doesn't really have much motive to lie.
Are all of them charmed, cursed? I don't even know what to call it. Is everybody like that? The other red brand, whatever.
Everyone I'm familiar with. He'd make us do things. Terrible, terrible things.
Tell me everything. What else is going on? I saw goblinoids. Are they working for you?
He had some kind of arrangement with the Cragmaw clan.
How so? What kind of arrangement?
They didn't bother us, we didn't bother them. They gave us equipment. They sold us slaves.
Where are they? Where is their camp?
Somewhere near Neverwinter Wood, they have there's a castle or something, a ruin.
Could you lead us there?
I don't know where it is. He did.
Would anyone else back at the manor know?
Not anymore.
the goblins that we arrived with, or they were sent on ahead. We were gonna meet up with them later.
They went south, so
They went south around the town.
around the town, exactly.
There was no need to broadcast our involvement with Cragmaw.
I don't think he'd use the word broadcast, actually.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Make public.
So is that all? They just gave you equipment and that is it? In exchange for what? Just not messing with the town, not messing with each other?
They're
What's the
helping.
point?
They're helping to the south as well. Search for something. They needed a dwarf, rock breaker, seek rocker, something. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. If I say right now were to let you go, where would you go?
Home. I'll go right home.
Where's home?
Luskin. North of the coast.
Layla wants to take the guy by the arm, if he will let her, and lead him out into the main area where everybody else is.
Okay, like up into the front, kind of like the tavern area?
Yes.
Okay, yep. Well, he's not really going to fight you. You've got all the cards here.
Anthony, I know you and Callista. Oh.
Already
injuries
drawn. Already
pretty
drawn.
bad. Okay. Already drawn. Cool. See, Sarban, I think it may be worth it to. She pauses for a second. She looks back to the Redbrand. Where will the others go? Like, if we go up there and tell you all to disperse and leave the town, would the others go now that the spell is broken? They've no reason to be here anymore.
I don't know why they'd stay. There's no percentage in staying in Phandalin.
Fine. Okay. Do any of you all have any other questions for him? I've gotten everything I need out of him.
None here.
Well, it seems my companions have no desire to ask you anything else. Come with me. And she wants to lead him outside.
All right, he steps outside with you. The crowd begins to jeer and hiss, and some even throw small rocks and things like that from
Don't
the
hit
from the
me.
dirt path at him. At him. He's kind of covering his face.
They'll kill me!
Well, I am here to ensure they do not. She wants to look to the townspeople.
All right.
Let it be known that Phandalin is free from the Redbrand menace. Do not kill him and then let them leave peacefully. However, if they do start to cause any trouble, you all know what to do with them. And she just gives a smile. Go tell the others to leave now. And she just kind of shoves them up the road.
All right. So he takes off down the road. You told him to basically go to Tresendar?
Yeah, and tell the others to leave.
Yeah, he starts hauling that direction. Disappears kind of down past the sleeping giant. And you can see him in the distance as he ascends the hill up to the manor. Anyone got anything else?
Layla's gonna go back inside.
I'm gonna
Can we-
step outside and say, "Hey, we need a bartender. Anybody? Whose establishment is this?"
Good idea.
That would be Mr. Stonehill. And he trots right up,
He says, "Drinks around the house,"
and just starts clapping you all on the back.
"We owe you a great debt of gratitude."
Well, hey, we had to do what we had to do.
You can stay here as long as you want, rent-free.
Wow.
That's very generous of you. I mean, we are kind of tired after all that.
I can understand why.
I think you already have keys, but he actually refunds the money that you had already paid.
Oh, nice.
It's the least we can do.
That's 6 silverback.
Oh, wow, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No, don't thank me. Thank you.
So he disappears into the back, and after a few minutes, you smell some pretty amazing aromas coming out of there as he kind of starts making you guys a hero's supper.
In the meantime,
or breakfast,
go ahead.
Because it's still morning.
Um,
Breakfast, yeah, eggs, bacon, that kind of stuff.
While Mr. Stonehill is doing this, I do want to have a couple questions for him.
Yep.
Tresendar Manor, who used to live there? Who occupied that before they came along?
Oh, yes, the manor. It's, when it was, in its glory days, it was quite a sight to behold up there on the hill. I've heard and I've seen from pictures. It's been run down and dilapidated long before I came into Phandalin. But, hang on. The legend says that the Black Hawk himself, Aldith Tresendar, lived in that manor most of his life.
But this has been how many? Well, before you came, so it's been quite a few years. How long have you been here?
I've been here since the town was refounded. 6 years ago.
Understood. So, is it possible he could still be alive?
Oh no, he's been dead for ages.
Okay.
I think the family is gone. No Tresendars remain.
Understood. Do you know what Glasstaff? When did he show up?
A few weeks ago.
Oh,
Came in, said he was a member of the Lord's Alliance out of was it Candlekeep? Maybe no, Waterdeep.
Lord's Alliance out of Waterdeep?
Yeah, they're supposed to be the good guys. I thought. I guess I was wrong.
Would Layla having been at least somewhat worldly have heard of these people before?
Totally, yeah. They're kind of a almost like a they influence positivity or goodness in the land. They, right wrongs, fight for justice, that whole thing. They are definitely normally the good guys.
And what's that city one more time, please?
Waterdeep.
Is that so? So he claimed to be of that alliance. Did he offer any identification?
I wouldn't have known it if he did.
Interesting. Okay.
Sildar. You arrived with Sildar.
Yes, that's correct.
If memory serves, he's the Knight of the Lord's Alliance.
Is that so? I believe. Another talking to him is in order. Oh, do you all have couriers who come through here with the mail, with the post?
Mail? No.
No.
The pigeons.
Thank you.
No raven. No pigeons. No contact with any other city?
We
City,
send
state?
trade. There's not anything I would call regular. Shipments and such for Lion Shield Coster. Barthens gets items from Neverwinter and Redlark to the east. Although not much has been... I think we're missing a few shipments eastward.
Missing shipments.
Yes.
Anything of importance?
No, just they kind of stopped coming.
Do you suspect it's from the Redbrand? They intercepted?
Hard to say.
Interesting.
There's been talk of orcs east on the Tribor Trail.
Oh, have they not come this?
Oh no, we
East
haven't
of
seen
them?
them this far, and normally they stay further south, in the Sword Mountains. They'll attack travelers on the road from time to time, but never anything consistent.
And Redlark is east of here. Understood. Okay. Thank you, sir. I appreciate all the information you've given me.
It was my pleasure.
Layla's gonna turn around and go back to the group. Would you all be interested in checking out the manor?
Yes.
Of course, once we get healed back up and not inebriated, and once the Redbrand have time to get out, then yes, we will. We will.
I
Yeah,
would definitely think that. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that hearing that mentioning going back to the manor, Callista definitely kind of raises up a hand, like, "Yep, I'm good with that." But that's it.
I'm missing all
Yeah,
this
that's the manor.
wonderful RP. All right, so you guys are gonna hit up the manor as you're approaching Tresendar. You can see, and kind of walking up the hill here, you can see Redbrands scurrying down the sides, the escarpments here, not really wanting to face you as you approach, abandoning their home.
I missed that part. We're going right now.
Yeah, I think. Cool.
Yeah, I mean,
is that cool?
If
That's
it's
cool.
up
I'm
to
going
you.
with you guys.
And you know it's 10 o'clock. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah,
we're
resting
wait.
first.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you right now, the Redbrands were told to vacate, and with their leader dead, they are vacating.
Okay, I was just worried about like other Nothic
Oh,
possibly
gotcha.
being in there or otherwise.
Well, there might be. Who knows?
Then we need to rest before we go tackle that.
Yeah.
Do
Little
you
short rest.
do you guys want to? If you guys want to take a short rest, as they're kind of, yeah, it's totally up to you. So the Redbrands, they are in the process of abandoning Tresendar. If you guys want to short rest, that's cool. If you want to go now, while they're trying to get out of there, you can do that. If you would rather hand wave it and tell me what you want to do, and you know what? We'll figure it out in the next session. It's 10, so we can
Okay.
we can kind of roll with that. And now I've got to come up with, man, I had some cool encounters, and we didn't do any of those. I thought they were cool. No, that's fine. But I can't also tell you what they were because that would spoil other plot points that you didn't reveal because you didn't let happen, which is fine. This ended differently, and that's kind of the fun part. Cool. All right. Well, good game, guys. Thanks very much for playing.